Recording has started.
Inviting us to allow us because we were getting a speech visit, and I'm very proud and honored to be here there. And first of all, some mahalo for thank you to our beautiful lady. Thank you very much for welcoming me in our pretty soon I'm gonna pass the microphone to each of our directors who are represented for me here, or their representatives. They tell you about their departments, and any impacts that might have on the people. And then we'll open it up for, so as you probably know, we come out into the community of the 9 council districts, except for combined Maui and Maui last week. So this is our fourth venue, but our fifth. Last week we started Kukalani for Upcountry, Maui, and Kula. We did Lanai last week. We did Kahului combined. Now here we are in Hana, and we will be going to Kihei on Thursday and on Friday. So if this is not enough for you folks, you guys can come to those locations, testify again in case you think we after you. So we're very, very honored to be here tonight. So the office of the mayor, we have the office of economic. Which if you interact with that office, I know some of you do, Mulan Mahi is our director. We do the office of community development block grant. I know some of you know our administrative applications, COLA. And then we also have communications, is our chief communications. What's that? Public affairs. That's Mahina Martin. She handles that division. Then my chief of staff is Leo Kyries. Many of you know Leo, he's from Hana, here from Hana. And Leo is our chief of staff, so he is responsible for our executive assistants, our office of innovation and sustainability. And I think those are all the divisions that are in the office with him. I'm going to start at this end. So later we'll start back off the desk. I should say one more thing. So this isn't really an interactive session. What this is now is you speak to us. You can fill out the forms. If you need a hila, you don't want to come up and speak. Write what you want us to know and take it back to the respective departments. We have several departments that they say represented tonight. These are not all of them. But some did not make it out, so this is true. But if you want to, again, you can share your file with us. We'll have it all down. This will be my stream for people who can't make it, but it's not, they don't have the opportunity to ask questions here. But again, you can go online, fill out these forms. But at the end of the testimony, we will all be here. The reason we have our nameplates. If you have an issue with police or fire or parks or anybody that's good, feel free to come up and interact then. Okay? All right, thank you very much.
Aloha everyone, my name is Helene. Department. We have 2 general divisions of the department. One is litigation. Filed against the county, claims, lawsuits. And then we have another division which is called counsel and drafting. And that's where you probably see us interacting with the public. I try to support them. We also attend the council. We advise all the administration as well as the industry. We help draft ordinances, take questions from legal matters. Very happy to be here to see.
Hello, everybody. So for us, water system, the delivery of safe drinking water to the public.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kathleen Ross Oki. I am here with our department. We have 5 divisions. One is the current planning division, which does a lot of discretionary permits. Any kind of land use permits. We have the zoning and enforcement division. They will determine land use, zoning, and of course, have the bonding division, which handles. We have the plan implementation division, which is a newer division. It's pretty small. And the idea being that they are focused on implementing things that are in the plan that fall under the route. And we also have the administration. We have about 84 staff. Related to HANA, we do have a HANA advisory committee that advises the Maui plan. Anytime we have a project, we will go to that advisory committee first for a public hearing and make a recommendation. So, funny in here is we'll be having a meeting on Helene very soon to talk about the upgraded subject. Everybody wants to know about that. Thank you all for coming out. It is always nice to come out to the road. Just showing people. So.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Martin. I'm the prosecuting attorney for the county. On behalf of our department, our 80+ employees, our department is divided into 7 different divisions. We have our traffic teams. We have those who handle traffic offenses and misdemeanor type offenses. That's our district court team. We have our attorneys who make up our felony prosecution. That includes our team that does all the intake of the 1,400+ felony cases that come into our department, and bring those cases, decide which ones are going to be charged, and then forward them on prosecution. Felony trial attorney. In that unit, we have attorneys who handle specialty cases of domestic violence, homicide. We have our appeals division that handles all our appellate cases before the Intermediate Court of Appeals, the state Supreme Court, the federal appellate courts. And then we have our investigative services division and victim witness division that supports not only those trial teams, but supports you, the community, and helping to provide you with information about the criminal justice system, be there with the community, with victims as they go through the process, and be that source of information. Like I said, it's a real honor to be here. If you have any particular areas of focus that you'd like us to emphasize in our department here, please come up and
thank you. Aloha, my name is Shane Goodall. I'm the Deputy Director of Recreation. I'd like to acknowledge lovely Vice Kahula, who's in charge of parks out here. And actually, along with proceeding up the chairs, if you didn't want to come and sit down, please continue. Come on down, whatever you can do. Our department is one of the largest in our county. We serve 8 districts, and like all of us here, including Lanai, Molokai, and Lanai. We have multiple divisions and sections in our department. We have a permit section, which you need to get a permit to use this. We have our recreation department, which is White Skies, and they handle 156 facilities, including parks, including community centers. We have a construction maintenance division that specializes in the trades, electricians, plumbers, drywall guys, we have that division. Then we have a CIP division, which handles all our capital improvement projects. And last but not least, we have a planning and development department. And I know a lot of you guys are going to have questions about body mind and people. Real quickly, the CIP and Department of Planning and working with council members in the office as the mayor. Once we get the land deal, so-called sell at Condominium White Park, we will be including a parking lot down there. And we have thought that we would wait to do the playground, but we're gonna start with the playground. We started on it already. It's about a 9-month lead time when we order these materials. So we will be back out here to do some community engagement and, have the playground and you folks deserve. Thank you.
Who is here, the Office of Economic Development, Government Officer Mayor. Of communication. And I do want to the fact that I'm doing field cutters, all as some of you folks know, anything that comes to Lama, I always ask Mayor community. Just really happy to be here. I just wanted to share one thing. When the mayor had sent me to Washington D.C., we had an opportunity to just get exposed to a lot of different counties across the country. One of the things that came back with sharing with the mayor was how other counties really adjust their focus. So, mayor has allowed us to explore the states, and now we are going to be coordinator position out of the office. It's the first step that mayor really supports us pursuing other sources of revenue for the county, projects or initiatives. And so it's something mayor has really supported us pursuing.
Hello, Paco. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jordan Molina. So with Public Works, we got our 3 division. We have our highway company, which is Rocky Folks over here. In their district is a massive district. It actually extends all the way from high school up to the area of responsibility. We also have our engineering group that does all our bigger paving projects and the projects. Most recently, the rock. And the last group we oversee is our development services, building permits, etc.
Hello, I'm Trevor Holloway, representing environmental management. I'm the superintendent for the collections and fields. So I'm here to take notes or get questions from you guys and see if you guys have any concerns for me.
Hello, Nick Grau here. I'm the lieutenant for the department. I'm sorry. What did I say? I said well, I was working behind it for a long time. I apologize. But anyway, so we have 3 divisions in the Maui. There's a uniform services division, that's all the patrol officers. And you have the support services, that's dispatch, that's the cell block, the Maui Police Department, Station.
those, for 50 prisoners. And then you have the investigative service, narcotics, detectives and that sort of thing. We also have, so under the uniform service, have 6 patrol districts. District 1 is Wainuku. Wainuku is Wainuku, Kahului, Waihehe, Upcountry. District 2 is Lanai. District 3 is Hana. That's us here. District 4 is Lahaina. District 5 is Molokai. And District 6. So out here in Hana, that's district, we have 12 officers. So, lieutenant, just the commander. We have 2 sergeants. One of those sergeant positions is vacant. We have only 1 sergeant right now. And then we have 8 police officers. 4 that work the night shift, and then 4 that work the day shift. Not at the same time, we usually have 2 on at a time. Working night shift. They work 12-hour shifts, the officers. They either work from 6 in the morning to 6 at night, or from 6. We have one vacancy right now for patrol officers. We have 1 sergeant, 1 patrol officer. And then we have a school resource officer. Also vacant. And that person's job is to work in the school. Help them with that. But we don't, that position's not filled right now. Hopefully we fill it in here. My police department, we have 400 budgeted and funded positions. Right now we have 106 vacancies. We have a lot of, it's about 25%. About 25% short of the entire Maui police department. So everybody's short now. But we're working to build those numbers up. If anybody knows anybody, officer. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Good evening, folks. Thanks for being here today. My name is Lauren Suhako. So, my department is responsible for the county funds. We also have our concerns budget, which funds, and senior services that helps to deliver meals at meals that provides for leisure activities for center. We also do Spanish, which manages community. Executed or grant agreement with Italian Health. Do some work on housing so that they can attract and hopefully good medical care. We also provide we fund Hana Youth Center, and we also provide we'll be here after the fire department goes through there, but I hope that you'll come up and to see the need and
Yeah, so, here on fire station, 3 captains. In Hana, we 50 personnel. Actually, for we have 1 vacancy. We need all the pool we can. We have another time. But thank you for having me here. Appreciate it. Department of Public Safety, we have 14 fire stations. Yeah, here on Maui, 3 on Molokai, 1 on the left. Also, in our department, we have 8 lifeguards, all for the biggest water in the world. And so we're proud to have Chief with us also. Hana's district covers from all the way to Maui, that bridge. But it's a huge district. Not everywhere else is really big too. But we do the best we can. We are here for the people, our people, to protect and preserve life, environment, and property. Tonight is very good to see. It's good to see people from Japan, Maui, from Hawaii, Mexico, Hana, Hawaii, Papua, Ulu, and Koho. Please, sir. Thank you very much for having us. Well,
So this is already our first test appointment. After the already spoken his request for. So I want to take a couple other things. We are currently in our budget cycle that started July 1st. I want to come in there for you find money in your budget to leave your home. And sometimes the home don't have the funds we probably have. The budgets. And it could be with some kind, it could be from big. Travel, any reinforcement. There, please, I guess, let's read the names. Okay, come on.
Good morning. I just wanted to clarify before, when the mayor asked us to cut the 5%, he didn't say you need to cut it from here, you need to cut it from there, or you need to cut it from there. There's been news right around that part of it was the fire department, that why are you cutting on the fire department, why are you doing this? He asked and he trusted each department to make that decision for themselves. How can you best cut your 5% and still run your operations? So he asked us to make the cuts that we thought we needed to do. They're not necessarily his cuts, although he's the boss and he takes everything for it. He was responsible enough and willing enough to ask our opinion about it. I just wanted to clarify that with you guys. Come on.
Anyway, first of all, I would like to thank you, Mayor, for coming out. We appreciate it. And especially LT and mahalo you guys. Anyway, so I'm speaking on behalf of Makahana Delegate. I'm very watching. Okay, I like the boss. Anyway, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys' support. You guys continue to support in supporting us in doing our farm. I represent Mahina Farm as the manager.
Um, 27 years old, I never thought I'd be finding myself in a position as I am that I'm at because of my experience and because of my passion. I'm able to in the high pro. So I just want to thank you guys. We appreciate you guys so much. I cannot express enough how much we appreciate that work. Especially for one young Tanaka like me. You guys giving me the opportunity to share my passion of farming and on the land with the rest of the community and even with the rest of Maui. Later on this week, I got to present at one youth ag convention of Ekumena schools. Excited for that. So I'll be testifying on two topics tonight. So that was my first one, which is just expressing my deepest appreciation, guys. And the next one I will share about is the CFSA, the subsistence-based fishing and stuff like that. So my ohana, the Hipulu ohana, they are the guys who are pushing for that. And just me being born and raised, I was born in Maui, but raised in Hana, I like fishing, farming, gathering, and sharing with different ways. One of the biggest responsibility I took on myself. And you're not just getting out of young, I'm not gonna be out here talking. So that's why hopefully I can be the advocate for these guys. Lost by the I asked for you guys to support that program, this program, because the shoreline and all of that taught me, how to sustain stuff. I get two boys already. I'm already teaching them how, start them young, so that way they can grow up to be like me, or able to share the knowledge with everybody. So I think that's it. I just again, just thank you guys and you guys for coming. Mahalo.
David Keegan, followed by Sonia Kalaola. He left, so you can. Followed by Ron Lolo. Hello, my God. Oh, Maria Kalaola. Welcome to Hana, and welcome and mahalo for making this building available for this meeting as well as for the festivities this past week. It's been a long time since we have all been in home. And I hope that folks can continue to the place available for us to use for the community and all of its gatherings. I'm a lineal descendant of Kaho'a and Kamaka community. I was born and raised in Hawaii for the last 30 plus years. I worked as a practitioner and Malama advocate for Hana and all of Maui Hikina. Today I sit on the board of directors for the nonprofit Namamo, an organization that holds a 50-year lease from the county of Maui for 70 plus acres, Ahupua'a of Mo'olea, which is about 6-7 miles out towards Kipohu. And the county received this land from a purchase through the combined efforts of Trust for Public Lands, OHA, NOAA, and the county's open space funds. This was back in 2007, I believe. The deed restrictions mandate that the land be managed by a community group from Maui Hikina, and the Mamo has actively worked this aina since 2005. We have open spaces, cleared overgrown invasive trees and weeds. We manage community resources and are actively involved in community outreach, build awareness of our youth, our OP, and resources that we all know. The Maui has held the Honolulu Festival for 40 years. Tradition and the only festival for Limo and natural resources. And so, as you can imagine, people from all over the state come be a part of the event. We humbly ask for your continued support and to have perhaps, maybe not this year, but to perhaps have a line item in the mayor's budget to help support the continued programs and work done almost exclusively by volunteers of our board and the Mo'olelo community. To assure combined support and commitment by the County of Maui to make provision to help the stewards of their land, of your land, to help us continue to do the work that we do. Specifically, I brought this up once before, and the truth of the matter is that we got this unprecedented 50-year lease from 70 plus acres over, I think it's like 3 separate parcels, but the land never came with water. There's no water on this land. So, wala ikawai. Water is life. So help us to bring life to Molia, to help restore the flourishing gardens that we see in the pictures of Bishop Museum's 1888 photos of Molia Point. Help us to be sustainable and to have a source where our community can come gather for, for their food and their sustenance. Just help us to be better stewards for you. And so I say mahalo for the continued support. And I also ask support for other organizations that work tirelessly in the Hana community. Takipahulu Ohana. Yes, and please support the CBSFA. It's first for Maui, third in the state. And I think it's only in our benefit to support that. Therefore, resources. Also, for Bali, who has saved over 100 acres of the Hana Coast from future development. There's many others, Makahana Kaike, Halehulu Mamo, all of these organizations that do tireless work for Hana and for the Indian culture of Maui.
I have a real quick announcement before I start. The Lions won the Raiders this year. I'm not going to get anything from partisanship. But I'm here on behalf today as a resident of Maui, and I forgot my soapbox. And when I talk about this, but this issue is one I have been bringing up for years and will continue to represent it for long-term maintenance plans for our county facilities. And I sent some pictures down. You can look at that facility belongs to the county of Maui, those pictures that you're looking at right now. I have watched over the years as our facilities age and $billions renovate rather than potentially tens of thousands or even $100,000 to make. Our Hana Community Center is a great example. However, it is too late now and it is costing millions. Regular termite tenting, exterior painting, and general have prevented much of the damage along the way. A perfect example of this negligence is one of the homes the county house our police officers at time. We all know how difficult housing to come by, so I won't speak of that. However, this house continues to deteriorate before our eyes, not being. Preventive maintenance such as exterior painting goes a long way to. However, at this point, it is beyond being salvaged by paint, and major work will be required. I am submitting some photos for you. I would like to please have this house evaluated as soon as possible and repaired before it is literally too late and we lose another housing resource in our community. It was built in 1977, and there is another home that was built on the same for the police officers. And I just ask that you please give that some attention. Don't let it get too far down the road. We end up where we are now in those pictures. I would like to see a policy put in place where we have a long-term all to keep them in good condition to prevent major repairs that could be prevented by maintenance. Each new facility or home that is built or purchased should have a long-term maintenance place, along with a projected budget by year. For example, termite tenting every 7 years for structures that are termites costs maybe $5,000 depending on the size, of the structure. Repair of termite damage can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Painting the exterior of a structure, serious rot and wear. Not painting costs significantly more to repair. Please take this into consideration as you plan for this year and years to come. I appreciate your consideration.
My aloha to you, Honorable Mayor Bisson and supporting department head. My name is Keoki Kalani, Executive Director of Hunt. Looking for my board members. But anyway, I write because I blanked out and then I regret after. Yeah. It is with your help, Hana Youth Center is fortunate to be able to provide essential services year-round. It's from the Hana High and Elementary Schools cafeteria. However, we remain homeless since being directed to vacate from the Hana Community Center back at the end of December of 2020. And I am guessing that the timetable on that project continues to be indefinite. Funding has become challenging for us as we are unable to fundraise for ourselves locally with no community kitchen available. Hana Relay was a yearly event that we took care of. Movies in the Park was another monthly community event that we were a part of as well. Businesses that once supplemented our county grant are now in economic straits themselves and have redirected and rightfully aimed their help towards Lahaina and Hula. Yes, we are worried. This fiscal year, the County PALS program received raises to assist with much needed improvement. I can't match that, and yet we are experiencing similar challenges. Hana Youth Center is also not in a position where we can receive funding to provide a fantastic program activity, as we would need to haul it in and out, returning our cafeteria to its daily configuration. Economics in our small community is tough. The last time I filled gas, it was $6.70 a gallon. It is what it is. The grant that we submitted for 2025 and 2026 with the Department of Housing and Human Concerns will be what it will be as well. And then, maybe not. I know a severe economic burden is taking place, and I thank you for your consideration towards Hana Youth Center and our community and fellow organizations and agencies. Thank you, your departments, big time, for all that you have done and continue to do for our West Maui and Kula Ohanas, as well as Maui Nui. Mahalo.
Aloha, my kako. Thank you guys for being here. My name is I'm the principal of Hanahai Elementary School. I love that job. And this year I was able to see kids from Wailuanui and Kaina and Kipahulu, whose parents I taught in my English class. They were able to play sports this year. It was amazing. Baseball and football mostly, but basketball starting right now, wrestling's gonna start right now. And so I'm here just to testify, and please keep supporting MEO. It's amazing what MEO is doing right now for our school. And we know how short Roberts and state of Hawaii is on school bus drivers and class is. MEO just rips it up, man. They come when we call, we brainstorm. So for Kulika Puni Ohana, which is a growing program at our school, they for tutoring after school, and their curriculum is rich in aloha aina. So MEO takes kids on field trips. So I'd appreciate a careful consideration on that 5%. Mahalo.
Aloha, Mayor. Aloha, Department Head. My name is Nalani Kawama. I'm from Keanai, Wainuanui. And I mahalo you, Kapala, for acknowledging Keanai, Wainua. It always bothered me because it's always so Hana. People just acknowledges Hana. And yet, I believe this budget has to do with Maui. So East Maui is part of Honolulu, Keanai, Wainua, Moniki, Kipulu. You know, but I always hear. So tonight I speak for Keanai and Wainua. I was not assigned to speak for the. I'm here independently. Heard, there would be. I haven't been to a budget years, but I felt that urgency of coming, first of all, to give a big mahalo to MEO. Please continue supporting MEO because they support a lot to the Keanai Wailuanui adults and children. So we mahalo MEO. I pray that that project will continue on for very long. The next one is the Kupuna program in Keanai, Wainua. When we were younger adults, living with our parents, came home and we saw programs that our parents were receiving that I couldn't even, I was just so happy for Kupunas for participating in programs that were provided to them. That I told my dad, James Hill Jr., I can't wait to be a kupuna. So I can have programs too. Well, today I tell you, there's not one single program in Keanai Wailu. My question is, why is it? Is it something that we need to request, or why isn't it included in whatever kind of kupuna programs that are provided here in Hana? Why is it that we're not inclusive? Not one kupuna program, people. There's an empty school in Keanai, standing there, not even being used for any program. There's a Keanai YMCA that has ended their lease. There's a group in Keanai that is organize, and it's called KNI. But the facilities are available there. So please, I'd like to be involved in Kukuma program. We're very active. My sister estimated there's at least 33 kukumas in our area. There's 4 of us kukumas that took the OPO bus to Maui to come up here. Only 4 now, kukuna. And yet MEO is still providing transportation. Present tonight to be heard. So that's my primary project. Next is youth center. Again, I say, you know, there's so many young adults that have returned back to our with children. I'm guilty to say I have no idea how many children are from Kiana Wailua on a street. Once they come back to Kiana, there's no youth center, nothing, no program. All they have, praise God for that, they have Chase Pond, Wailua Beach, to walk through, entertain. Otherwise, they're just walking the highway. That heavily trafficked area. Why are we not? Is there a number? Do we have to meet a quota? Or I always thought just one. No. So I speak for the youth and Wailua. They need something there. And Kalani or however much the library program here can somehow something else for our youth in Suriname and Wailua. Again, we thank Daniel for transporting the youths that are in sports. MEO transports them back to Kenai and Wailua in the evening, so they can participate in football, basketball. Next, I'm sorry, I thought you because Kenai is forgotten. I wasn't sure which department head I'm to speak to about the alert system, the siren. After that Oppenheimer incident, I am very adamant about asking. I'm in the company. So they used my contact number as a number to say, I was recording before it was alive. They would ask me, Kalani, here, I live in Wailua. And I would say, oh, I didn't hear the siren. Now the recording is calling Nalani. And I'm saying, no, I still don't hear the siren. Why not? We have a beautiful siren post right there for the junction of Wailua. I retired 12 years ago. 12 years, I heard. It's just there, just present, but it's not activated. Let me tell you, after this Lahaina incident, I hope and pray our residents, at least you'll hear enough. Now the refuge. I wasn't sure, brother. I said, I only got a new number. It's been years back where raised their rate for refuse pickup. I think by the time I had retired, it came up to 200 annual refuse fee from way back. I can remember when it was under 100. But is it still happening where we just get 1 week service. We're still getting just 1 week service. My question was always, why are we paying the same fee as up there, Kahului, Wailuku, and they get 2 times pickup? Why are we paying the same fee when getting 1 time pickup? And it's a manual, not a one-arm bandit picking it up. That's a question I'd like for you to look at. But I don't think it's fair. Our people in this district paying the same fee 1 week, 1 day a week pickup. The next one is directed to you, Kapala. Where we live, it really costs me a lot of money. I have a mortgage. Due to not having fire extinguisher. We're told we have standpipe, which is correct. Near to Melinga Kuna's residence and my residence. There is a standpipe. What is the purpose of the standpipe? I don't know. But somehow my insurance considered I put it on the door if it was just a fire extinguisher. But standpipe, I haven't got. It's been years. Or are there many standpipes in KNI and Wailua?
This area here, but the more remote areas, even in Hana too, there's only a certain who can provide pressure to us that only got 4.5 inch discharge. We can't answer why. I can go ahead and try to find out and call you and let you know what we can find out. I don't want to say, well, the department of water or this. Who makes those plans, regulates who gets a stamp, but who has a. Yeah, I know, I don't know who gets that.
I know, I thank you for coming. Yes. I'm just curious. And last but not least, you have staff here in Hana. Is East Maui 24-hour, is there a 24-hour coverage for East Maui District?
This matter is, there's 2 shifts. So we have 2 officers that work and 2 officers that work on.
Thank you. Way back, we didn't have that. So I'm very grateful to hear that. Not that we want to see the police, but thank you very much. So I thank all of you. I'm sorry, it wasn't to be a testimony, but just to make you aware of why you needs attention, other than police attention. We need Aloha, everyone. My name is Janet Rio, and I'm from Kenai, and that's my sister. We travel together, we come together, we're at meetings, we're always there together. We're out here about 2 weeks ago with wine homes. She and I were there every day. Well, anyway, this is the fifth mayor. Nothing just yet. I have asked for years, 40 years. I've asked for county pavilion for Kenai. We've never had a pavilion, like my sister mentioned. We never, us senior citizens, would never go and meet at a place inside the YMCA. But now it's run under a nonprofit. You can't just go there, but we're invited. The seniors, but then, you know, they have their own schedules. But we want to have our own county pavilion for the seniors. As my sister says, I have found 33 seniors from Kenai. And we don't have any program, none at all. We asked the Kaunoa girl that's in charge for a couple of years now, and she's never come. But before, we had my aunt volunteered, have her own seniors, pick them up on her own car, take them to the school, take them down to the landing, have lunch and all that. There are all these things for her, and the food from the Hana school cafeteria, and the cow down for the seniors, but no longer. We've been without senior services for quite some time now. And again, I say, I've gone through 5 mayors asking for and we've never had one built yet. Well, 2 weeks ago, I applied for non-homestead lot in Kenai, they're only done in Salon. And I had applied for one. And the one that I applied for cannot build a house, 2 acres, down in the peninsula. But I can build a pavilion. So let's hope that I'm not going to be putting up, because that's my daughter has a nonprofit, and I'm a recipient of the Kalima for the state of Hawaii. And I get that money to this pavilion for the community. We have, you know, have fun there. We can, and you know, as a community, we can do that on our own. We don't need outside, but we can do it fine. So anyway, so that's about the, and I'm hoping that within 6 months, each Hawaiian Homestead, you get an answer from us. And then I would like to comment on, they've done such a wonderful job for Kenai. They've been down in Kenai almost every day to pick us up, take us to town, and bring the seniors up here. You know, the seniors don't have to go to that hula. So we can have our own right down there in Kenai, because we've got enough seniors. So, you know, please allocate more money to MEO so MEO can, you know, continue, give us the services. And then the next I have is, I don't know, beauty highways. Beautiful. My son-in-law, and I think he's tired of listening to other or the families, because we have a big problem down in Helene, especially I don't know about why you are, but I have cousins that I use, the road again, I road more than. But the Kenai Road it's so narrow. We've got thousands of visitors, tourists that use that road, and there's only one fan, and of course, there's thousands of cars. So they send the people down to the restroom, and so the people walk alongside the road, but they're walking in the private property. My cousin's house, she's got 2 yards to a house, and they're walking in her yard. Oh, I don't want to be, liable. People don't money. I say, well, that's why we got the county. They ain't gonna come down there and fix the road. And the road is all the. I'm sorry. They can come and will patch. You can't shoot it tomorrow, maybe like tomorrow all. Please, you guys gotta do something. I don't want to go perpetually whole day. Oh, I don't want to. My son-in-law. So I called my daughter, and my daughter said, "Oh, come on." Said, "Now your husband do something. Not only me, it's all our family that lives here." So please. Okay. And the last is I've asked for a substation more than 30 years. Before that state base yard was built, my husband and I had approached the county, we approached the state. Please, we need a substation again. Oh, don't worry, we're going to. How about that? But nobody. We need a police station, substation. Not only for the police, but we need. Let me tell you, because down in KMI, down at the landing, we had so many drowning, so many tourists. Because they will not only by the water, and then the water takes, then they drown. There's a lot of little white markings down there, all the tourists down. So we really need something, You guys gotta pay attention to KMI, not only Hana. So anyway, this is what I have to say, but I'll take some money for that and not in my way with what I'm asking. And also last, I live right by the water, and I have a neighbor, Eileen Roger. She can testify also. There I had a daughter who lives in Texas. Says, "Mom, since you live there almost all your life, more than my attorney wants to know how many accidents had occurred right down there, right around the bend, right below Eileen's house. We need a street light. We've been asking so long. And we have a street light over there because we're the dark and right on the bend, And they go right over the bridge. How many accidents I can right? How many? But we're right there to assist. And it takes police maybe I don't know minutes to come down. So we're over there, we're not trying ambulance and everything. But we're there to help. But we need a street right there, right? I mean, Okay, so anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Aloha tatou. Lagi ni yang tu na lang yang senior magma. This testimony, so, letter is directed. Says here, dear Mr. Mayor, I write to share my deep appreciation for the invaluable support ABO provided my family in the wake of my father's passing just 2 days. At a time of immense grief, ABO's compassionate service allowed us to, with a dignity. When my extended ohana came to Hana for the funeral, ABO provided transportation assistance that was critical in enabling everyone to be together during that solemn occasion. Their buses brought family members from the airport to help shuttle people between events and aided in getting everyone to and from the planting of a tree in my father's memory. Throughout the difficult day, ABO's caring staff went above and beyond to ensure things went. They treated us with the utmost compassion and respect while helping us navigate the logistics. I simply cannot imagine how we could have managed without ABO's dedication and assistance honoring my father. The impact of having the entire family together for these meaningful ceremonies provided comfort and closure that will stay with us forever. My dad was so loved, was a gift ABO helped give us. I humbly request that you continue generously funding ABO's essential program in Hana, including a transportation assistance that meant so much to my family of time of need. Spirit in which ABO serves our community with aloha and kindness, an invaluable asset, cannot afford to do. Mahalo to Helene for supporting vital organization. Gratitude and aloha, Helene overall.
Hello, Michael. I'm Dennis Guy Hui from Kenai. And I'd like to add Kupuna Kenai to something. And I have to get together. Let us work together in Kenai now. Yes, here. No more point. But YMCA, I think it is still in its new stage yet. And it's been empty for a while. We need to get together as kopunas and as elders to make that move. Okay, so okay, I'm Dennis Guy. I am Ahu. It's been a long time. It's been put that on the side. My uncle, my auntie, back in the early 1900s, they were a couple. So when I was growing up, I was taught by just doing, don't say nothing. Until this point where I see there's so much changes that is happening that is affecting not only the Maui, no, but every culture. So I myself, where do I fit in this here? So I like to present the mayor. This medicine I lay hand on myself, lomi, and TB, Ho'oponopono, That's realignment, bone, yeah? Because I know you went through a lot. All of you went through a lot. I sat in most of the meetings that I went out to, so I can imagine the stress you have. But only get one. Okay? I think you can share. So, Mr. Mayor, I give you this. Yes, please, can help you. I plan on working with Kapu in Kapu Kiamoko, one of the elders. And where I begin is counseling. Not only counseling, healing. It's all about side out, taking the self-hope. But this is not only one individual, this is for a whole. That's what the Hawaiians back then taught. But the secret was hidden in the family. So on the left, I would say in the family, that exists knowledge. So I went partner up with Kahui by all of their organization. And I already talked to Kaui today. I went up there. I asked him the same question I'm asking you, where do I fit in? Then I'm asking you, where do you fit in? Okay? This way we can connect. Lahui o lapao. Lahui no lapao. We gathered here as healers, but we gathered here for healing. So where does that connection come? It comes by people and houses. I attend a lot of the housing meetings until when this got here. Yeah. The thing is that when we don't have community scale, but we here like this from early 1790 till the overthrow of Hawaii. Hawaiians exist, but we lost in the mix. There was almost 1 million Hawaiians, and we was all the way down to the top, 30,000. And then when we came, when the United States was less than 30,000. So that's a big job. So my place is that it's here, housing. So when the mayor said, I won't forget what he said. If you leader step up. And I feel I am important. I should be part of it. I'm here to support the MEO. Somebody like me, even if I can drive, but look at all this is far side. So there's only one way in, or maybe two way in, but one way out. Which is like Lahaina. But then we need the bus. And I'm support for the community. So I'll be supporting the community. But we have to go together, to make work. And I believe it will. We will get through this. Okay. Aloha.
Hello. I'm going to use the mic just for you guys. My name is Evan Andrada. Raised here, not born here, but raised. I'll come back. I'm the athletic director. And big shout out to MEO and to Maui, because growing up in Mexico, right, it was hard to play sports and it was hard to be. I wasn't. One person from KNI paddled because Uncle Perry was supposed to get a ride home, right? And last spring, this year, we had 3 busloads of middle school flag football, which had kids from Canada playing football, and at least about 10 people going home to Canada every day after school. That opportunity would not be an option for those kids without any. We need another one because we need to service the Coast side. It's hard to have families calling me. My kids want to play. We live in Kikuhulu. How can we get home when we only have one bus? As an administrator for the school, I am in charge of school safety. I love to. This has come up before in our a little better with the roadside sidewalk. Right now, we're in the process of come to ballpark, but to walk 250 kids without a bus 2 miles to the ballpark is a little. It opens up a lot more issues for us to think as a community. Where do we go? What's the best for our kids? How do we get them there? We have more MEO buses. We could all drive. And as a citizen of Mexico, it just breaks my heart to see the Mapa people drive. And it breaks my heart to know that we're all. It is dry right now. Our yards are brown. Still are working on releasing the water to our all the way down to our. The really, really sad thing. Growing up here and have water, and now years later, it's dry. It breaks my heart. Those rivers at the top and release the water. Support MEO. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening. Helene, Honorable Mayor, and I was born in Hana at Hana Medical Center, 1979, and raised out in Kikuhulu. So it's the continued support, whether it may be in the permitting process or whatever, for the I am here to support, let you guys know that the CBSFA that we're creating out in Kikuhulu. November 2nd is a public hearing going through the administrative review process to incorporate our whole package in front of the state of Hawaii. We'd like to thank the county, the mayor for their continued support, for the people of Maui, the fishermen, and when it comes to people who sorry. That's again, that's November 2nd, 5:30 at Honolulu Church. Also, I want to talk about extending the Holiana tax break to include all land transactions from the crown. Kind of when we went through with county for the tax for our freelance, we were denied because some kind of clause in we want to see that more of and also we don't have a water, so from what I understand, there's more of a water here, the quality compounds only rates in the so let's see for some landowners water meters, but not for like whatever that is up there. People like how county we go to all the but I would recommend that the vehicle that is used to cross the road, like mango stick, the mango is dangerous to become because maybe we should have a protector over whatever you can cross the road, the dust and support the Hana area nonprofit. Doesn't have so we're about 16 miles round trip from on. Whatever can we know. and affordable housing for the Hana area. That can be pushed forward. And that's about it. Thank you for.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not to say too much, but I want to thank you, Mayor, for coming to Kipolo the last time. We really had a nice meal there at the triangle, we call Atlanta Triangle. I just wanted to explain the Kipolo company, my own community. They might talk to you. I'm also the president of the association, and through that, we worked with the people who were that we were able to put this building that Tom R. gave. So we put it on this state land. So the Kipolo Ohana has almost 5 pieces of land that we have here on. 3 pieces that are the state. One is developed with a certified process. The other one is more like a house. And then we have another one that's further up, but it's more like a that. We only have 2 of us that can take care of this project. We also take care of the national park. We have a tower back there, about 5 acres or so. So this all complemented the Kipolo Ohana's focus. We also, I want to thank my ex-mayor, Victorino, who was also my brother-in-law, and he's married to my sister. And somehow, through the grapevine, through the grace of the Lord, my husband and I worked on a project, which the county for us. We call it. So we have this agreement and finding rules, conservation, all that. What was great about this part, there was a house. So we have all these lands. We have even family lands, no more water, no more, cannot build, cannot lease. But we were fortunate enough to inherit this piece of land. Right now, I'm housing my family. It was 2 of us at first. Now I have 6 more. A normal house. But we have plans to develop further we have the money. We could build like a farmer's house, families, workers in this Othello Point area. Also, the Othello Point area is also like we're right next to the land. So we have Othello, and we have land where it's all on the Makai side. So this plays in with the CSFA, community-based fishing management area. You know, all you can see the whale, you see the bats, you see the rippling of the water, baby, cooling, bellow. See all the things play in with our project. I just wanted your support. Money here, we're fine with it. We appreciate it so much. Like people in the community of people who are a lot of non-Hawaiians. So when we used to go to eat, only 2 points, it was all right because we wanted to work together. So Kia and I talking about those things, which we did took almost like 40 years to work, get these kind of projects, which is what Kia and I probably has to do. Nahiko has to do the same thing. I remember Nahiko was going to build a community center. Something happened. So they always pull back. You don't finish the project. But the Kibulu Ahana is forever for us. That's our focus, to keep Kibulu like what it is. I was born and raised in Hana, Old Hospital. My family comes from California. I got birth this weekend. I was very privileged to have chosen the chiefess of Alolo. I took 75 years before I walked that road. I was so happy and proud. And the priest said, "Wait, how come you're not standing?" I said, "Madam, praise the Lord." In my mom, I had been on. I'm the kind of thing. But this is what I want to support. For you to support. And I thank you, Mayor, because you said you're going to keep that budget, which was allowed. For the nonprofit sector. Some project. Part this project. So I want to thank you. Everything that you have spoken about is all very good. Anna, you need that. We always say, people, it doesn't matter, we're all the same. That's for us. Don't take it too hard that you're forgotten here or forgotten there. No, we're not. Always have some kind of contact there's a lot of complaints talking about planning. There's a big complaint in Kibulu. The county lost. Why? Oh, what happened? That was a $2 million fine the county had put on. Oh, now, but my husband was in cancer, so I couldn't follow the case. But that's some things that you go and they gotta go and do 500 acres. You gotta make sure you got all these things in mind. So those little, things that you have to do. When my husband spoke about Juliana taxes, we tried every tax. We could never get it before. We're disqualified by over. I can't qualify for Hawaiian homestead because I don't have enough home. So we have to go on to this Hui land, which is 3 lands all connected, so you cannot sell one or pay the tax. You're stuck in this Hui land. So one has meter, which we hope that we could supply, but I did at that time with the moratorium out of meter. So I can understand that. But we're willing to go attachment, off the grid, willing to that, but the permits to build are not the story for people like us. So those are the things that I'm trying to work. We're trying to work within the ruling how to build this kind of homes, so we could go on it and put our value into the property. I know these things don't add. Also, one of the things that's interesting, I gotta pay $9,000 for my tax year. Not me, but our family. The next door neighbor only $350 a year. Part-time resident against housing. Even so we're looking at it like, oh my. But that's how it goes. You put your cattle, you get your taxes. Us, it's a break. But for others, you got this big question. Do we lose the land because they have a better plan to raise cattle and they have money to do it? This is what is killing us. This is what is taking the lands away from us. No, they can't even afford it now. So think about that. Think about that. We don't have jobs now. Not much. So I want to thank you so much, Mayor, by the way, and all of you for coming up. I like to get you excited. Feel the spirit of these things that really is happening. and try to make you suit you. So we felt it. The impact everything is felt. In fact, the people of Ohana donated 10 grand to the fund. Because we were lucky, we had money, yeah, so we could donate. I watched the program, I watched the mayor going on, I watched the president goes on, and who do I see? My two cousins right next to the president. Manuha and Taha. I'm so privileged. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mahalo. All of you too, I'm going home now to keep the good. God bless. And we're all Kapunas now, you see. Old friend.
Aloha. Leah. I was recently told that I could join the Hanalani at the half-century mark. I really appreciate the kupuna and the effort that has gone before me here. I'm currently the executive director of the Ohana Business Council, and I'm also the liaison for what is now called East Maui Ready. When Nalani was speaking earlier, it just made me recognize how things can really change in a short period of time. When I moved back here 5 years ago, it was called the Ohana Preparedness. And we really subscribe to, we represent all of Hikina in our efforts, and so much that actually gets done in this community is because of volunteers. I really didn't have a lot of choice in the matter because John's son lives downstairs. My husband is Scott Crawford. When I just was like, hey, well, that hasn't been done, I can help. And here we are today. So I first want to really thank the mayor for everything that's happened through these fires. On behalf of the Honda Business Council, I'd like to express our gratitude to efforts you and your administration have put forward to the victims of please let us know how we can be a part of the Kokua for Maui Shop and Show Aloha Month. I put that forward in our Hana Community Use list today. In the following areas, our HBC membership and represent our accomplished project goals, and we request your support. Please try your best to keep the funds that are currently budgeted available. As part of the county Parks and Rec, of course, we need the old school buildings returned to use. As we have suggested in years past, the maintenance schedule needs to be developed so that the buildings can be kept in good shape and not have to go through major renovations. Also, please enable a position for a dedicated planner who can finally get through all the permitting instead of spending money on consultants. Our East Maui County is second thing. Our East Maui County Council has a top priority list of highway repairs that we also support at finalize. And currently, our community is working on the development plan for a project. Our website is hanafood.org, which would also be engineered to be a resiliency hub for our community. This is a current project funded to the Maui County Department of Agriculture, chapter of the Hawaii Farmers Union United. We ask that you support this effort in the next phase of bringing it through the process. So I'll just say the last two, for years we've been pushing for the idea of a corridor with community partners on our ramp. As we currently are working with the Maui Metropolitan Planning Organization, we would like your participation here. And finally, the HBC has been a community leader over the past decade, supporting businesses, including our nonprofits, and really, especially our nonprofits, and understands the importance of transforming our economy towards a more sustainable and suitable industries like agriculture. Help us use the established platform of hanamaui.com, which is the domain that Neil Hasagawa donated, to get messages out that support our community culture, and addresses our visitors. I will just add that recently, I have become a member of AVOAD, and we've really struggled over the past years to get traction working with MEMA. Scott and I got our ham radio license, operator licenses. We really want to support community throughout our communication systems throughout East Maui, and we know it's going to take our residents to make things happen. And like the Maui Amateur Radio Association, we got to involve ourselves, community members. We're going to help our agencies be inspired. So thank you for representing so many services that you offer. Thanks, Kapala and the crowd. They stand up for East Maui Elementary.
Hello, good evening. Scott Crawford, I'm there, and thank you all for coming out. I'm just here as an individual. I work with various different nonprofits in Hana and wanted to just, kako everything, all the requests that have been made to support the nonprofits and kind of make it a couple like general points that I think are for that because of the remoteness of East Maui and we don't have access to a lot of the services that might be available for nonprofits out here. Still a lot of that might otherwise be available through county programs. Supporting the nonprofits is really important just to provide the services, the basic services for our quota, for transportation, for all the different kind of things. And the other thing is that all of these nonprofits, they receive funding from the county, but they all have so much other kinds of grant money and funding. And so the money that they get from the county provides kind of a leverage that they can use to go get so much more funding from different sources. And the county, having the county funding, kind of that reliable pot of county nonprofits and the like, provides a kind of core basis of support that's reliable and can be used for matching funds, to go get other grants, and some flexibility to be able to fill in where it's just on the scale of things, it's not a whole lot of money, but sometimes it seems like maybe, we're always asking for money for the nonprofits. But it's really leveraging the money that the county spends in these ways makes such an outsized impact because of our remoteness and because all of these nonprofits get plenty funding from other sources. And then I wanted to just specifically talk a little bit about some funding under the Department of Agriculture. Heidi mentioned our community kitchen project that we're working on. And so, our Hana Farmers Market. The Farmers Market is a project of the Hawaii chapter, and there's funding that comes in through a larger grant to HFUU that goes to support the Farmers Market and the Farmers Market. And we also get funding from many other different sources. The Farmers Market has been a real success in our community over the last. Provides a great market for our farmers to be able to sell locally, place for our families to be able to get local, healthy produce and create a real good circular and we get funding to support our concert series, offer the activity to the market. We get funding through Hawaii Community Foundation to support our incentive programs. So we take SNAP and WIC at the market, but there's no overhead built into that. So we get some funding to support those kind of things to infuse economic activity into the market. All kinds of things like we do to that. But the glue that really holds it all together is our farm. For her position comes through this grant. So I just want to make a pitch to continue supporting that. All of the HFU's programs are great, but that part of the grant facility that kind of holds the market together and all these other programs. And then the market has really just shown, we've been talking for this community kitchen project for years, decades we've been talking about this. And it would kind of start, but it really wouldn't move forward. And finally, because of some funding that we've had through the county for this last year and current year, to have like a coordinator position forward with that project, working with UH Community Design Center, developing a proof of concept, and we're planning to go to the legislature and get funding for the next phase of development. But having that funding for that coordinator that can really be the champion for that project and move it forward has really been the key that's allowed us to fund. So I want to ask for you to continue supporting that. Well,
good evening, Mr. Mayor, all your department heads. My name is Dean Wolf. I was a Honda school teacher for 13 years, retired after being a journalist all my life. And I'm here to plead with you on the highway. Not too bad between Callaway and Hunt. After that, it's faster. It tears up tires and steering systems and causes all kinds of damage to cars because of the condition of that highway. And I understood that in years back, there was money appropriated to redo that part of the highway, but for some reason it got put off and never happened. And that highway is home to between 500 and 1,000 cars a day that are carrying tourists. For them to have to travel, that's poor condition. They all want to go and see Pittsburgh or to see where it's buried. But they have a heck of a time getting after they leave upon a ranch. So, any way possible to get it scheduled in the near future, we can sure use it. Secondly, I'm speaking on behalf of Artemis, a known swimmer and busybody sometimes, but she's a journalist as well. And she has asked the county the last years, once a year, they would build swimming pools for Hunt. And the reason she gives is a pool like that serves not only adults, it serves all children. It gives a primary place for children to learn water and to be able to be safe in the water in a way that the ocean can't deliver. The ocean is very tough sometimes, and so people don't let their kids go out except down the bay. And a pool, and that can also facilitate swimming to the high school. They can't hold swimming events in the ocean. Not allowed. So, and Kapuna don't get enough exercise. And a swimming pool not too far away. They'd be able to exercise. There was a time when folks big swimming pool on the ground, but since then they're getting stingy. Won't let us use it anymore. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is the lack of business zoning in Hana. There are only 2 properties that have a business zone. One is the hotel, and the other is a 1-acre parcel next to where the old Hasegawa store was. And it's for sale for $1.5 million because it has commercial zone. There's a lot of interim zoning in and around Hana, a lot of it on the property of Hana Ranch and on the coastline between here and the Hana Ranch. We could get some zoning action to find a good space. I think that would become more self-supporting. There are a lot of people who do small business like food trucks, and food trucks have done pretty well because the owners of the property they're on are able to, like the church I attend, are able to pay their expenses because they have food trucks on. Hasegawa's has food trucks, and I don't think their store could be in business as it is today without them. So if we could find a way to present zoning ideas, I'm also would be glad to consider whatever you could provide. And thank you for being here tonight. I know you're tired and when you get home. And so thank you for coming.
Hello. I'm just registered as supposed to go to Helene social health. Started at 5. With my grandson, I've been right there. That's really started at 5. So I think we have lots of people and I'm here because the last budget meeting I attended, I requested for outside cell phone for everyone because of the different emergencies that I experienced while on the road. We didn't have cell phone. The driver didn't catch once. But I wanted to tell you thank you because since that meeting, they received 4 satellite cell phones. Thank you. So that was really a talk. It made me feel like I'm coming, sharing, and getting happy. So thank you very much. Then I feel for Lahaina, and I hear what you said about 5% tax. It's almost feeling guilty to even ask for money or ask for it. But I do want to ask for continued support for ambulance services, the youth center, because I have grandchildren go there, and if and ever their original place can open or have a permanent place where they can put out the food tables or big palm tables that they used to have in the you can't really put that out in a cafeteria because they have to make over that cafeteria before the next one for the school. So we use services together for everybody who's present at least and think that services would be. And also, one more thing, but because I got it all planned out and too long past I put I'm sorry. But Emil has saved our family in different ways. And Meals on Wheels, they help my family and strengthen my life. And sometimes when I watch them, they was the only one that was away for it, moving around. But I really like to support that with Meals. After in their program, and what a wonderful I have for the seniors who cannot. Pregnancies is one of here. They have me tremendous for my household and 911 works in and fire the police. But love you guys for all your work and all your effort. Into the next meeting, I did have it out. Wow. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Before I start, I just wanted to take a moment to thank each one of you. I've actually moved back home from the Maine and being there for 28 years. And I've actually worked in some of your departments that you're in. And I know you guys carried a big old load, but I wanted to thank you because do the best you can, you know. Things happen, and we just have to deal with it. But I understand where you guys are coming from. So I want to take the time and tell you guys thank you for everything that you guys done for Lahaina and for the rest of Maui Pula. Because I know it's a heavy load, and I know you guys carried something. I felt it, even though I wasn't in your shoes. But being in the main and working for some of your departments for disaster preparedness for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I know exactly what I am. So thank you for that. My name is Mary Kau'i Kalabro. I was raised here in Hana. I am the daughter of Ranoaki Kamanakala, who is the 18th child of Gregory Kamanakala. Our family stretches from Tianai all the way Hana, Ohulu to Kaupo. And my grandfather, which was the 18th child, go back to the first son, which is William Kala Owali from Kaupo. And I share that with you because I wanted you guys to know what MEO here in Hana, since blessed to be in this position. I've been in this position for 10 months now, and being in this position has really been back home here from the States. I was actually working to help people from Kianai all the way from Hana to Puhulu and Kaupo. You have to be from here to understand this, you know, and to give a sense of love, commitment to the people. And so I wanted to take a moment to thank my team. I have a team of 5 of us so far in Hana. Here, and then I have Karen, who's been a part of MEO for 18 years. Coach has been a part for 6. Lonnie, who drove home our KLI tonight. All the way to KLI, she'll be off of work at 9 o'clock. She's been there for 4 years. And then myself, and I have who also is the night auditor for the work. So with us 5, we actually run our hours from 5:30 in the morning, probably sometimes, all the way to probably about 8 or 9 at night. So we can help cover the needs of Hana. And I'm up here to testify that all the other programs that were here before, we support them. We're not just a taxi service, we're actually a support service for HANA and for our people from Kianai to Kaupo. And I wanted to thank you guys for your support that you guys have done for the years that MEO has been in existence. But also ask for your support to please continue and maybe put a bit extra so we can expand, so we can help our people in Kaupo, people who that do need some services from us to help them. And I know that MEO, we service, we have 12 service contracts that we do provide aid to HANA, as well as helping all the other programs here. And it's not only, helping the kupunas or the youth, but also we do things to help our community to be self-reliant. For instance, we do pick up from workers we have that works from Kaupo, well, they meet us at a certain place, but also from Kianai, that we bring every day to work, so our HANA store can be open, our gas station to be open as late as 8 o'clock, so we can have our services. Also, we service the bank, which our bank opens just for an hour and a half, and we're thankful that we have a bank that opens an hour. But that's where the continued support. And I just wanted to let you guys know that it's been a privilege and honor for me and our team to help service the people of HANA, and you folks being here as well. I know the police department and the fire department are always there when we're there on the road. So we kind of work together, especially this past week. I know that a lot of us had some sleepless nights, but the end result is for the people of HANA. We want them to improve. We want them to excel and grow. And so, in my closing here, I just want you guys to know that we appreciate you folks, everything that you do, and continue our support with MEO. Because the Ohana need it, and it's very vital to their survival here, being far out. Thank you.
So apparently this letter has been passed around 4 times. And the name is Caroline Ish. Aloha, Honorable Mayor Richard Gleason. I write to you in support of our transportation is valuable service for our residents, an opportunity to participate in events and activities otherwise they would miss. Most recently, our Aloha has mostly MEO provided transportation to and from the week's event. MEO has made it possible transportation for residents to and from Kahului to Maui for medical development. And I have used many other services. The HANA manager and its staff are Aloha Spirit, a vital component to an enjoyable ride. Again, I completely support HANA and MEO and look forward to a long-lasting service to HANA. Mahalo nui, Caroline Estrella.
That was the last one. Thank you.
Yeah. If anybody wants to come up and we can hit the road here in a little bit, but if you want to come up and chat before we need to head out, feel free to do so.